Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another weather forecast, my friends. My name is Andrew Heichman. Now, we have ourselves a new area here of development here from the Hurricane Center in terms of tropical activity here in the Atlantic. We're going to get into that here in a moment, as well as there is a lot of severe weather expected to impact the country here for today, driving all hazards, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds will even be a concern. Large hail threat does indicate the potential for hail well over 2 inches in diameter for today, so we do need to look out there for that. Now, guys, if you are new to the channel, consider leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated, my friends. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Alrighty, everybody, so first things first, I want to take a look here at the satellite imagery here this morning on this tropical disturbance here that we are watching here. We do have a lot of disorganized shower and thunderstorm activity associated with this storm currently, so right now it's really not anything more than just a big clump of thunderstorms. But later on down in time, the Hurricane Center did mention that there is the possibility here of gradual development here down in time. Now, currently the Hurricane Center only has a 20% chance probability of overall formation into a tropical depression or storm, with a 10% chance of probability of developing within the next 48 hours. So as of right now, this is a pretty low odds, but I will tell you this is a new area that we are watching here, so typically those numbers do start out pretty low, which we're going to get into models here right now. Alright, everybody, so hopping away over here into the models here to start things off, taking a look at the American GFS model here overall. So we work our way down over the next couple of days here. We do have ourselves the potential of this system gradually developing here into possibly a short-lived tropical depression here overall. Now, it is going to be rolling into a little bit of an obstacle as we work our way down in time here. When taking a look at the wind shear, you can see where the storm is now. As we work our way down in time, the wind shear will be starting to increase, which will be kind of acting against the storm here, in which, if you know, wind shear is terrible for tropical cyclones because it kind of disrupts their organization and allows them to weaken. So this is probably going to be the death of the system here. It's probably going to be, at most, probably a short-lived tropical depression here overall. Now, taking a look here at the amount of moisture throughout the atmosphere, we do have a pretty good amount of moisture here indicated in this bluish-green area, but as we work our way down in time, it will be kind of encountering a little bit more dry air as well as it rolls through some of that upper-level wind shear, likely allowing for this storm here to weaken. Now, taking a look here over at the Euro, there is a little bit of a difference here. The European model does have the system, possibly living a little bit longer. It does work its way out there by the Windward Islands here, out there by the Lesser Antilles, right around the 23rd and 24th. Possibly driving a pretty good amount of storm activity here overall. And when taking a look at the moisture here, you can see that it does eventually roll into a lot of dry air here, which once again could be a big challenge for this storm here as it rolls its way throughout the region. So overall, as of now, no big concerns with this storm system here. It does look marginally conducive for development over the next couple of days, but it's going to be running into some problems once again with the dry air and the upper level wind shear. Alrighty, everybody, hopping away over here into the severe weather risk here for today. We got ourselves three main areas that we do need to be focusing on here for today, as once again, all hazards of severe weather is expected here. So, the first big region we have to watch out here for is across portions of the central and northern plains. We do have a level 2 severe weather threat out here. Another risk out here by the Midwest and the Ohio Valley, and even a little area out there at the level 2 severe weather threat here across the mid-Atlantic. Now, the level 1 threat for severe weather starts at the dark green. The light green just says, hey, a few storms are possible, but nothing severe really is expected. So really the dark green and the yellow areas is where we need to look out for today regarding the severe weather concern. Now, taking a look here over at the tornado probability, we do have a pretty large 2% chance area here. The probability for tornadoes is quite small for today, but the area is quite large. So there is going to be the potential for a couple of tornadoes today up across the selected states, including portions out by Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, a little bit of Missouri, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, and a little bit of Montana. We cannot rule out some tornadic activity here for today with that 2% risk. Now, working our way over here into the wind threat, you can see we do have a bunch of scattered 15% risk out there for damaging winds here in the yellow for the potential of gusty winds within these storms, getting up to right around 60 miles an hour here in terms of wind gusts here. And of course, across the brown, this is a 5% chance probability, which is a lower probability here overall. So across the brown and the yellow, there is a potential here for damaging winds winds, which does stretch across a lot of the Central Plains, the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, and the Mid-Atlantic here overall. Now, today's biggest concern is going to be in terms of hail. We have a really big hatch risk out there for damaging hail, for the potential of hail 2 inches in diameter and larger across these black dashed areas here, indicating that significant risk here. Once again, the 15% chance area here in the yellow and a 5% chance here area across the brown. So make sure you guys are staying weather aware out here for today, as we do have a lot of severe weather in the forecast here overall. But alright guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, leaving a like. It'd be greatly appreciated, my friends, and we'll see you guys in the next one.